Welcome to the Drive Network. I am your host, Big Bucks. The Drive Network is a show that's driven to inspire you through what the good people around your neighborhood drive and do for a living. On the show today, we've got Sandra. Sandra, thank you so much for making time. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Long time no see. You're most welcome, actually.
All right. It's actually not been that horribly long.
Yeah.
It was earlier this year.
Before we met, it was actually a bit longer.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
a
proper
bit longer.
years,
Then
yeah.
we had a bit of an agreement to say, let's not make it that long. But
Well done for
nonetheless,
keeping
I
it
am at work. Let me get to let me get to work. So I think with Sandra today, she's brought with her 4 Series, her BMW. I don't want to say my favorite brand, but it's
It's the only brand that exists.
I thank you so much. Anyway, yeah, I think in most cases when it comes to ladies, especially, and you find a lady driving a nice car like a 4 Series, for instance, the correct brand.
Yes.
And I tend to ask myself, what drove you towards purchasing that particular car? So I think my question to you is, why the particular car? Why did you decide that particular car?
Because it's sexy. I mean, look, I wanted to step out on something that was nice. I like fast cars, so
With BM, you won't go wrong if you.
the leg is a little bit heavy. So yeah, I just wanted something comfortable, something nice, something that says, hey, I'm here, and could only do a BMW and nothing else.
And yeah, you know what they say with BMW, once you get in the bite, you never go out,
You
right?
can't. You can't. So yeah, that's why I love it. It's comfortable.
A great choice, great choice. I cannot wait to go down and see the car.
Yes.
But I think nonetheless, for me, again, what is most important is that when people see you drive this car,
Yeah.
for them, it's more like they want to come and ask you. I know when I was growing up, I used to ask literally everyone with a nice car, what do you do? So babangata, kokasi, they would tell me, "Ska wa ramfana man, ska." But for me, it closed
Yeah.
that room to actually understand hore motho o etsang for a living, so that I can also align my dreams and maybe benchmark from the different answers that I'm getting. So I think also when people see you driving the 4 Series, the beautiful blue 4 Series, they actually want to know hore Sandra
Yeah.
o etsa eng for a living, particularly where you come from, where you are. So let me be the one that asks for the guys. Hore o etsa eng se se kana-kana, so that le rona re kgone
So
ho
does
etsa.
that mean?
Yeah.
So I am currently the head of business analytics at Discovery Bank within the design engineering lab, so within more of the innovation type center. And yeah, I'm in data, so I specialize within data science, is what I've been doing. I started off in consulting and thought, okay, I want to start being more on the strategic side and joined the bank.
Is it? And then analytics.
Yeah.
Head. I'm thinking Kloho, but head of analytics. So what is it that the analytics guys do? Maybe in a high level. I know I wouldn't maybe understand as well, but high level, what do the analytics guys do?
So I mean, look, you can do a whole bunch of things, and my career I've done a whole bunch of things. But what I'm currently doing now is I optimize processes at Discovery Bank using data. So when we look at a process and we're like, okay, what is it that from a customer perspective we want to improve? We check through data, where is the breaking points? Let's, for example, if you call us for, I don't know, for activating your bank card, why do you need to call us, right? And we look at data to understand where is it that you were struggling that made you pick up the phone, and then we're close. So it's more factual, and we're able to make better strategic decisions.
Now you're the guys that make life easier.
Yes.
But because we don't like change, we don't think you're making life easier.
Yes. yes. People refuse to give us data, but I mean, in most instances, when correctly used, data is absolutely powerful.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great. And I could imagine if I'm looking at you today as the head of data, there's probably a journey, right, behind that. So for me is, did you have to study anything?
Yes.
Did you have to rob anyone?
No, unfortunately, so I had to study. I went to Northwest University in Nevada. That's where the history lies. And I did a BSc Measuring in Mathematics, Informatics, and Statistics, so BMI, as we was infamously known.
The smart guys. The smart guys.
And after my undergrad, I mean, most people would have done their honors and masters. I chose to go straight into the field. And I mean, but the first job I got was a Standard Bank, but I used that as and I think that's important. Like I got there and it wasn't what I'd studied, but I still used it as a stepping stone to say, okay, I'm here. How do I then get to where I need to get to? Literally spoke around my bosses to say, Chief, it's not what I did. And through that, I got an opportunity at MultiChoice. That was my first real gig as a data analyst. And and I've been growing since then. Hard work has been, I mean, if anyone who knows me, who knows the last, 8 years or so, all I've been doing is my work. And I think when you dedicate yourself to something, you do.
Yeah, it's quite inspirational. I've been observing your journey as well. I'm very proud of what you've become. And I think, tell me maybe a bit about your social life at tertiary, at varsity. What is it that you got up to? Because this is like one of the toughest degrees, if I can call it that, right? Where you closed in. I don't know, for the guys, what's your social life like while you study?
I was such an opposite of I think if anyone knew me and is listening to this, like, what? There's no way you were doing BMI. So I love helping people, and I think that's at the core of who I am, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. In varsity, we were in politics full time. And students part time. So I was one of those that during the day I'm there with comrades, but at night I'm there reading and studying to try.
During the day, fees must fall, whatever. Fees must fall. Later on, they're studying, you fail tomorrow. So, yeah.
So I really had a strong social life, but through politics and through just wanting to help people. But yeah, part-time student.
And I know you were in the leadership structures.
I was in the leadership structures.
How was that for you? How was that?
It set me up. I think people underplay it as well. So I was in house committees from year one. I was in student leadership, and then later on moved to SRC. And I think by the time I left the varsity, I knew negotiation. I knew what is it to enter into a boardroom. I knew how to draft an email. I mean, such a small thing, but people sometimes don't know what the subject line is because we're not taught the soft skills in varsity. So I had gone through that transition as well, plus the degree, which was a great deal.
Great. And what's the worst thing you've had to do as a student leader?
This must fall. Of course, we had that one little match that got us suspended and some expelled from varsity. So I think that is always an interesting memory. But that's also one of the things that saved us as well. That's those of us that managed to go to pass the disciplinary was the fact that we actually studied, right?
Yeah, and you're passing well.
You're passing well. Yes, it's an issue. Yes, you know that. Then your intentions are also good, right? It's yes, I'm truly fighting for this cause because I also want the education that I'm getting, and they also can see it, right? So I think even in student politics, for those that do want to go into student politics, keep studying.
Yeah, don't stay there. And
don't stay there and dwell.
But do actually.
No, exactly.
And then, in terms of your leadership structures, is there any person that I don't know? Is there what I don't know how to put it, but is there any highlights with your comrades? Where are they? Are some still with you in the journey? Are they doing well? Because
I think everyone is doing well. I think a lot of them went into entrepreneurship, while the rest of us went into corporate, and they're running their business as well. I mean, you would know Jose, you know me, so.
They will be coming one day.
Yes. Biggie's coming up as well. I mean, I served with him. I think everyone fairly is doing well.
Well, I think I'm glad to see this happen. I have orientated a few
Yes,
of them.
yes.
So they used to call me Mr. Charisma at varsity. I don't know why, but
Vaccine.
I used to orientate them and let them do a specific dance for me. Maybe she can do it
No.
now as a head of. So there
Now
was
we're
a
looking
specific
after
way
brand.
for them to really greet me.
Vaccita. La Vita.
And they do a dance for me at the end. But you are this young girl growing up. Did you always have in mind data analytics, or did you what did you want to become as when you were growing? The journey, the transition between school, varsity. What is it that you always thought you'd be?
Sure. So I only knew I loved maths. That was my basis. Like,
Done.
that's it.
Maths,
I just
done.
knew I loved maths and some. Do you know Vincent Keswa?
Vincent? Yes.
Yes. So one day he came to our high school. He's like, "Do you love maths?" And I can't even remember the rest of his speech, but and I went yes. And then that's how I knew about BMI, and that's why I chose it. Did I understand the impact that it actually has in business? No. Um, but when I started doing the work, it was so aligned to what is it that I love doing as well, and which is my I think my core purpose, which is to serve and to really make a difference in whatever life, in whatever circumstances or whatever. Just make a difference and always make things better. So it 100% is in line with me.
Great.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. Funny enough, you mentioned Vincent. He orientated me.
Really?
So I used to be his alarm. I used to wake him up with a guy called Simpiwe as well. But so I used to wake them up. So it's a transition. I see that. But I think I cannot wait to go and look at your car and probably take a drive in your car. So I think any closing words for the guys at home before I go and see the BMW downstairs.
Yes. I think work hard. My first boss at Multitudes used to say, when you work hard, the world will be your oyster. And I at first I didn't have a full understanding of what he meant by that, and I just really, really worked hard. And I think that's the differentiating factor within me and my career. It's the fact that I worked hard, and because of that, I got the opportunities that I got, right? And of course, I'm not taking away from the grace of God. I'm not taking away, the support that I got from my family. But I always say that when God gives you the grace, you need to show up for it, right? Work hard, the world will be your oyster. I mean that it's so practical.
Yeah.
Like the opportunities I got even during multi-choice was the literal exploring the world, going to different countries, winning different awards because of the work hard ethic. So I'm like, work hard, give it your all, everything that you do, and the world will open up for you.
Great, work hard, but also don't forget, God of much more is always present, and He will open doors that you yourself don't see, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Sandra, thank you so much for making time. Great, like anytime chatting with you, but I cannot wait. Let's go down.
Yes.
Peace.